Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Universal Laws series, The Laws of Wealth. And I'm really excited. This is our third series on the Universal Laws, and I look forward to it every time. I look forward to connecting with all of you and really diving in. And I feel like this time is going to be one of the best series that we ever run, because I think you're really going to get just how crucial it is that the laws are accessible to us, just how crucial it is for us to understand them and to leverage them. Because when we don't understand them, we live in a state of uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty. How will this happen? When will this happen? Why is this happening? What's going on? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see everyone. So glad you're joining in, and lovely to see you on the replay as well. I know there'll be a lot of you that are coming into the replay for the first time, but also lots of you are going to come back for the replay. So I'm saying hello again. Good to see you. So let's talk about wealth. I want to talk about wealth first so we can really understand this law. Today's law is the law of correspondence, and it's a biggie. It's one that, depending on how you perceive it, it can stop you from wealth in your tracks. Like, it can stop you from having flow in your life, period. If you cannot truly understand this one, you can't move forward. And I've said this about other laws. The law of one is really important. There are so many of these laws that you really do have to have in your conscious mind. But this is the one that trips us up. This is the one that we make mountains out of molehills. This is the one where we decide we can't have something. This is the one that's all about limits. So let's talk about wealth. Wealth is about the areas of flow in your life. Hello. Yeah, so the laws of flow, or the energy of flow in your body is in flow. And when it's in flow, it experiences a healthy flow. So what is that healthy flow? Well, you can tell when you look around your life what areas are flowing and what aren't. Oftentimes, wealth is associated with money. Now, money is the measurement of flow. So money measures how much flow you have in your life, not just your abundance flow, although that's a big part of it. So your abundance flow is measured through money, right? But your flow of vitality is measuring what's happening in the body. It's measuring your love in the body. So while we're talking today, I just want you to think about the area of your life that really you're hoping to increase or elevate the flow of. Because in this series, if you keep yourself focused on a single intention, I want to increase the wealth in my body, the flow of well-being in my body. And I really feel like it's in this area, then we can apply all of those laws to that area. Good morning. Good to see you. So, whatever that is, that could be relationships, it could be health, the body, it could be your life, your environment, maybe your living situation, maybe your intimate relationships, maybe your friendships, maybe your family, wherever there isn't flow. I just want you to bring that to mind and let that be a part of our conversation today, because the law of correspondence is all about this flow. So the law of correspondence states that you came into this life with a series of lessons that you were going to experience. And these lessons cannot be bypassed. Now, this is really important, and it's important to our conversation of limits and limitlessness. Because when I say that you were born with certain lessons that you will experience. You were born into this world needing to break through things that were just for you. So that means that you are coded with challenges related to money, related to family, related to love. Maybe I can't have love and money. Maybe I can't have health and money, or health and love. Whatever the things are, you were coded with a particular bucket of experience that would be your challenge, that would be the thing. And maybe some of you are like, all of them. Like, I was coded with all of the challenges. I had money challenges, and then I had relationship challenges, and I had health challenges, and on and on and on. So think about right now, what is this area of life that you feel like you have just been coded to have experiences to break through? And then I'm going to talk to you about how it actually doesn't matter what you were coded with. It matters what you were coded with, in that you understand it and that you use it and you decide to think about it in a really particular way. Because when we experience this area of correspondence, we are born with a pattern. That pattern says you're going to experience this. I think about, I came into this life and I was going to experience the ability to have love at the experience of multiple things, of multiple pathways of love, of experience. right? So again, the answer is going to be all the same. So we'll get there. But I had challenges in all like three key areas. I had challenges with health, I've had challenges with money, and I've had challenges with love. Lost my fiance, he died of cancer. I was deeply in love, felt like I could never love again, had lots of challenges with love, had lots of, abusive relationships and overly needy relationships, so many things, you name it. Money, I went bankrupt in my early 20s. I've had lots of money, have had a little bit of money, the gamut. I've experienced the gamut. I've needed to get money through people. I've been willing to allow myself to flow money. My health, I've had massive health challenges. I've had tumors. I've had, health conditions. Been overweight. Like I've navigated all of these health issues, and all of those things were the same answer. Right. But it was really important for me to be aware that I was coded with these things, and then really understand that because I am coded and that everyone's coded and we can't bypass it. You can't not break through the lesson. You can't not see it. Right. So because you can't not see it, I believed I was a victim to my pattern. Well, this is just my lot in life. This is just my experience. This is my plight. This is the thing that I came to be the warrior for, right? Or the warrior against. And so in my mind, it was always there. I heard, you have correspondence, you have lessons, they cannot be bypassed. You must move through them. You must learn the lesson. And somehow I felt caught in them. I felt stuck in them. But correspondence is just letting you know, hey, we were all born for a reason. We were all born to understand something for a reason. It wasn't just for the learning. This place isn't just about learning a lesson, because we actually already understand the lesson from our highest self. Our higher self already gets it. But in the body, we must break through this lesson that we can have wealth, that we can have the wealth of money, the wealth of relationship, the wealth of health and vitality. We can have that. We must break through whatever it is. That is a requirement in order that we then learn through creation. And that's the key. We actually came here to learn, but we came to learn through creation, through being a creative outlet, through being a creator. We didn't come here to learn the lesson. We came to learn the lesson so that we can create. So understanding that, realizing that all of those roads, no matter what it is, no matter what road it is, correspondence is asking you to face four really important things, right? Four really important things. Number one, am I willing to recognize, acknowledge, and seize my own power? Am I willing to do that with money? Am I willing to do that with love? Am I willing to do that with my body? Am I willing to recognize my own power? Period. Or do I need to continue to get power outside of myself? So when I'm at the whim of the world, I need to get power outside of myself. So correspondence is saying, I'm going to keep giving you this lesson until you realize you can't get it outside of you. So I'm going to keep having you struggle with money, struggle with love, struggle with health. You're going to keep struggling with it until you face the truth and get the lesson. You cannot get it from outside of yourself. You cannot get your power through the material world. You can't get power outside of you. That's the number one. So you're going to go through a series of these four things. Best to collapse it and just do it at once, which you can. And knowing the laws helps you do that. And knowing how to move through the collapsing of these circuits, the collapsing of this information, the collapsing of this lesson, of this correspondence. That's what divine timing is, which we'll talk about later in the series. Yeah. So here we are, becoming aware of our power. I cannot source my power from anywhere outside of me. I'm going to source it from in here. And I'm going to prove that to you with the other laws. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you how you just cannot do it. And this world was not designed to support you to do that. So the second lesson, the second part of the lesson that allows you to open up to being a creator is that you cannot get your love from outside of you. You must be willing to love. You must be willing to love yourself. I must be willing to recognize and source my own power. And I must be willing to love myself, to not need love from outside of me, to not get it from outside of me. Because if I don't, then I'm going to search all over the world and I'm going to look for love. Well, it's the old song, I'm going to look for love in all the wrong places. And all the wrong places are every other human outside of you, every other experience, every other life circumstance, everything outside of you is not the pathway to love. It's in you. You must be willing to love you. Then the third one, I must be willing to follow my dream, to not adhere to the dream of the world, what everybody else wants me to dream, what I think other people want from me. I must be willing to walk my own path. I must be willing, seize my own power, love myself, and honor my dream. Honor it, live it, choose to fulfill it, not make anyone else fulfill it for me, not fulfill anybody else's dream, but to know that it's up to me to take responsibility for my dream. That's the other piece of the lesson. Are you going to take responsibility for your dream related to abundance so that you can be measured by money, so it can be amplified by money? Am I willing to take responsibility for my dream about a love affair and a relationship? And am I willing to create that, to contribute to it, to be my part of that experience? Am I willing to follow my dream for the experience I'm going to have in this body? Am I willing to dream of the vitality that I want, not the body image somebody else wants, but the vitality I want? Am I willing to own that? Are you willing to own your own dream, or do you need to follow the dreams of others? If you continue to follow the dreams of others, you'll be stuck in this loop of correspondence, of needing to learn this. You cannot pass. There's no passing go. You're stuck in jail. You're frozen. You're stuck here. If you don't seize your own power, if you don't love yourself, and you don't follow your own dream. And then the fourth one is redirect correspondence. Correspondence is about corresponding. So the law of correspondence is that if you correspond with separation and you feel separate from something, you're going to experience a lesson around that. Well, guess what? The lesson is you can choose to correspond with unity consciousness. You can choose to correspond with being whole. You can choose to correspond with wealth. You can choose what you correspond with. You can either correspond with lack or abundance. You can actually choose your correspondence. You can choose the energy frequency in which you're going to create from. So you can't bypass, but you can accelerate, and you can collapse this incredibly quickly. You can drop all karmic patterns by being willing to focus on, how do I get there? How do I really seize my power? Am I trying to get my power out here? My love out here? Am I trying to get my dream out here? Or is it in here? Am I corresponding with the unification of me? This is the power of understanding the law of correspondence, and to understand that this law is so, it's brutal, because you'll never bypass it. You'll never, ever get what you want outside of you. You'll never, ever you'll never be able to break free of this lesson by ignoring it. You'll never be able to bypass these things, ever. You'll be stuck in it until you do. And eventually you'll get enough things that happen where you're like, fine, I surrender. I surrender. I will love myself. I surrender. Okay, I'll do what I want. I'm sick of having getting sick because I'm doing a job that I don't love. Whatever it is. I'm sick of being so miserable in this relationship. I'm sick of being so miserable in this body. I just want to be free. I just want to dance. I don't want to wait until to love my body. I just want to do it right now. Until you're willing to do that, there is no bypassing, and you will be stuck, and wealth will elude you. And in fact, the massive amounts of money or relationship bliss or health bliss will elude you if you don't drop it in all areas, if you don't understand this is related to all areas. If you only accept it in one area of your life and not another, you will find that it impacts and seeps into all the others, because you are unified because of the law of one. You cannot bypass this. But you don't have to stay mired in the lesson. You can shortcut it. You can hack your way through. And you guys are laughing. Those of you who've been clients for a long time or friends for a long time know I really don't love the word hack, but if I were to use it properly, it would be here. You can hack correspondence. by just stop being in it, stop walking down that street, right? Like be in the other experience by just surrendering to these 4 pieces. So I'll give them to you one more time. The 4 pieces. I surrender to my power is in me. I do not get power from anything or anyone outside of me. And what does it take for me to understand that? Just your curiosity alone will open it up. Am I willing to love myself and stop getting love from the rest of the world? Am I willing to follow my own dream and not the dreams of the world? And am I willing to operate from an alignment with, a harmonization with peace, unity, connection, love? Am I willing to choose my correspondence moving forward, my correspondence beyond the lesson, my correspondence as a creator? You are a creator. You are a creator, not a student. You are a creator. So let go of your role as a student, land into this, and create your future. That's the point of this entire series. You are a creator, my friend. We are here to create. We are here to discover what we'll create. So think about in the beginning of this conversation when I asked you, what's the area that's not in flow? Well, guess what? That's an area of your life where you are not in correspondence as a creator. You're in correspondence as a student, and you're feeling trapped by those circumstances. And so what if you shifted that now by corresponding as a creator, and you decided to seize your own power, to believe in your own power, to love yourself, to follow your dream in that area of your life, and to unify with love, to create the story there that you want. Imagine. We're going to walk you through the rest of the laws. We're going to walk you through precisely how to put the laws into action so that you can leverage this information and you can accelerate to what you want really quickly. So thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being a part of our conversation 1. We've got 21 days and I'm really excited. Love you all so much. And we will see you in the next segment tomorrow morning. Bye for now.